name's Liz Dorsey. I'm a reporter with the Brown County News, and I am right here in Sherry Mitchell's farmhouse kitchen. We are making today chocolate dog Spritz cookies, and we can't wait.
Hello everyone, welcome to my farmhouse kitchen. I'm so excited to have Liz here with us. She is going to do a piece for the Seasons magazine, and if you haven't seen that yet, you need to be a part of that. It's a supplement, right, that goes into what papers?
Into the News Democrat, the Ripley Bee, Brown County Press.
Okay, so if you have a subscription to those magazines, quarterly I believe, and sometimes a little extra, goes out in the mail, and it's a beautiful magazine with local folks who do things like us. So today Liz came to do the interview, but I said, you know what, let's do cookies while we do the interview. So we're just going to nonchalantly make some chocolate dog Spritz cookies. Now this is a traditional Christmas cookie that my husband's mother, Jerry Mitchell, introduced me to when I came into the family in 1975. We got married, and she showed me how to use a cookie press. I had never used one, never heard of that. And you think chocolate dogs for Christmas? Well, through the years we've decided that children get chocolate dogs or black puppy dogs for Christmas. But she liked chocolate. That was one of her favorites. And so to incorporate that for fun, she made the chocolate dog Christmas cookies. And it looks like a little sheltie. And who doesn't like chocolate? We do.
We definitely do.
Yeah, we do. So we're going to make those today. And Liz is actually going to operate the KitchenAid. So here we go with chocolate dog Spritz cookies.
Okay.
All right, so the very first thing, and we're just making a half a batch. And by the way, let me just plug this here. Let me plug this. This is my book, my farmhouse journal, Memories and Recipes, and you can actually find that recipe in my book. And here is the ingredients so that you can make them. But what we've learned, now the children are out of the house, and I want to make something for Christmas, or any cookie or any dessert. I do one of two things. I either make the whole batch and freeze part of the dough. I make the whole batch and only bake part of it, so that maybe 3 days later I'm going to make some more cookies. Or I only make a half a batch and we eat all that and we're done. And that helps with the tummy. You know, otherwise if you make that whole batch, you get a cookie and you get another cookie and you do more. And the same way with anything that you're making, if it's not right there readily available to eat. And I'm on a real health conscientious diet now. I had a little scare this summer, I had to have some surgery, so I love sweets and I'm not going to get rid of them, but we're just going to make a little half batch and we'll have some cookies. All right, so Liz,
Let's do it.
let's do it. The first thing that you're going to do is you're going to put in the butter.
Okay.
And it'll go right in the mixer, so flip her up. Here's your spatula.
Thank you.
Now I use Kerrygold butter.
Ooh, I love Kerrygold.
Oh, it's Irish, grass-fed butter. Or you can get an organic butter at Kroger's. It's a little more expensive, but I'll tell you what, you pay a little bit more, you're going to use a little less because the expense. But we don't want chemicals in our food, and so we want anything that we can find. And I'm really on this big, I'm going to plug that, non-GMO, organic. Anytime you can do it. You might pay a little bit more, but do it. All right, so the first thing you do in all recipes is you're going to cream the butter. So put her down, lock her in, and cream the butter. And that's not
Not locked in.
not locked in. All right,
Now we're talking.
there we go. All right, and so for beginners, you always cream the shortening or the butter, and the next is always the sugar. Okay, so here is our sugar. You can just dump that right in there.
There you go.
Oh. There we go. Okay. Okay. right there a minute. I'm just gonna make sure I know the steps. Okay, so we did the butter, we did the sugar. Now we are going to do the chocolate. Now this recipe calls for 2 ounces of melted sweet chocolate squares. Now not everybody has those in their kitchen, and I don't. Mostly I have the Hershey's powdered. Use that a lot. So there's a substitute for that. So for 1 ounce, you're going to do 3 tablespoons of the powdered cocoa, 1 tablespoon of oil, and 4 teaspoons of sugar. And that creates the 1 ounce of melted sweet. So you can go ahead and put those in. The oil.
Ooh, I can smell it already.
The chocolate. And that was dark chocolate actually, because you can do the regular, but this was even better because dark chocolate is actually healthy for you. It has some compounds in it that are really good. Now you don't want to eat one of the giant Hershey bars, dark chocolate Hershey bars every night. But a few of those every night are really good for you. All right, so we got that in there, right? So let's turn it off and let's work that stuff down off the side so we get her in there.
Scoot this out for just a second.
Yeah. And on the bottom too, sometimes it's got like a crevice or something. Get her all mixed up. There you go. All right, very good. You just lay that in here. Okay. And lock that thing in, right?
Look at this stuff.
So our glass container doesn't go flying off of the countertop. Did you get it?
Oh, I think so.
All right. Now the egg is going in next, so you want to put that in. Oh, that makes it even better with the spout over here, so it gives you a little more room.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay.
Excellent.
Yep. Put it right in there.
Here we go.
Here we go. Be ready, just in case. All right, so whip her up.
There we go.
There we go. Faster, faster. Right? Now again, the recipes are in my book, and if you haven't gotten a copy of my book yet, you can get them one of 2 ways. You can go on to Amazon.com, look up My Farmhouse Journal. You can purchase it there, and here's a great gift idea. You can actually purchase it on Amazon, but have it shipped to someone else. So it's a great gift.
Perfect.
And they have a place where you actually, now I know this is getting a little too technical for you, but you can do it. I do it. There's a little place to do a note. So to sister from Gail, whoever, we love you, Merry Christmas, enjoy. And that will be in the gift, and it'll go straight to their door. They'll know who gave it to them. And I love to get mail, not junk mail and not bills. But I love to get an Amazon order, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, that's just one way. The other way is to contact me at sherry@sherryridgefarms.org. And that email will come to me, and we will work out a way to get a signed book over to you or to one of your family or friends that you'd like to have a copy of my book. Yeah. All right, so that's good. She got that whipped up really nice.
Looking good.
Really nice. So next is to add the flour, okay? And that always is a little bit of a task because it tends to want to blow all over the place.
Right.
So we may have that on my glasses. Just let me know, right?
It'll add to the holiday spirit.
Yes.
A little at a time, or are we going all
just put
in?
it all in.
Alrighty.
I know. You're saying, wait, you shouldn't do it like that. Watch. Watch. Real slow. Just real slow. First setting. So it kind of wets the mixture down. Yeah.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. Did I put on my glasses?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, good. That's real good.
As this is going, what was the inspiration for your cookbook? Where did all of your recipes come from, and the idea to even start it?
Well, did you hear that? She wanted to know where was the inspiration. Well, ever since I was 9, I have loved Laura Ingalls Wilder. First time I saw her book, I was like, I want to be a writer. I want to write my stories, because we had just moved to a farm only a few years before. And I was thrilled to death about that. And so we had all these stories growing up, and we laughed about them over the years, and we talked about them, and we conquered, and we did, and you know, it was just all those things, those family memories.
Wonderful.
And so hold on just a moment. We're going to scrape this down. Hold that thought. So let's get that out of there, scrape her down, and we'll call that good for the moment, and I'll continue while you do that. And then my sister was diagnosed with cancer.
Oh, gosh.
And you know, when you get that diagnosis, as I have recently had myself, you think, oh my gosh, how much time? So I decided, my friend said, it's time for you to write that book you've talked about for so long, and I wanted to get that done. And so I did. I put my hand to the computer and I got going, and on Christmas Day I was able to gift her with the very first author's copy that came off the press.
Wow.
And it was quite fun because she opened up the package. Now she didn't know, I didn't tell her. And she opened up the package and she rubbed the front of the book. It's all glossy. And she said, it's a real book. I think she thought it might be one of those that you put the yarn over here on the side and tie, you know, that we made.
Homemade.
That because she was my school teacher more or less, a little over 4 years older than me. And she took that with her and her daughter to her chemo treatments, and they read the stories. And some of the people would come running out saying, oh yeah, my mom made that blackberry jam cake that your grandma did, and let me see that. So she was my inspiration because she and I grew up together, and we did all those crazy things that I talk about in the book. Yeah, that was my inspiration.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. All right, so we got our cookie dough. And again, I had never seen, have you ever used one?
I've never used one. No.
Well, I hadn't either. But I wanted to learn. Okay. And I bought this along with a little cake decorator thing. I think it was with the S&H green stamps that we got at Long's Groceries in Mount Orb when I was a newlywed, a new mother, and that was in the 70s. And once you got so many stamps, you could pick out something. And that's what I got. I'm almost certain that's exactly how I got this. And I've used it so much. So you're just going to load
it on up.
Load her up. Load.
This is a quality product if it's lasted you.
It has.
I mean, that's almost rare to find.
Yeah, while you
these
do
days.
that, I'm going to grab the cookie sheet. Now, I've got the oven on already, and I usually remind everybody, but I forgot. Always turn around there and get your oven on first thing, because you get your cookies all made and you get ready to stick them in, and guess what? The oven's not heated. Okay?
You're left with the temptation of raw cookie dough.
Raw cookie dough.
Which is a no-no.
Well.
Right? We should maybe say that, but maybe not.
You know, they're coming out with lots of things raw cookie dough. They come out with one here recently that says you can eat.
Really?
Now, I don't know. What's the difference?
I wouldn't know either.
The egg is the problem,
Yeah.
or at least that's what they say.
Right.
Right?
Huh. I'm going to have to look into that.
Yeah. And they have that raw cookie dough and ice cream.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I think it's the handling of the eggs. You know, those eggs from the store, I mean, they have to be sure they do right. You get eggs from the farmer down the road, you want to make sure those are handled properly.
Right.
You know, so. Whoop. I didn't mean to do that.
A giant dog.
It's a little fat dog.
It looks like my dog.
Right, you want to see the little fat dog with no features.
We'll call this
That
one
was-
Odie after my dog.
There we go. Odie's on the cookie sheet. So you can see that's already coming out. I'm going to back that off just a little bit. So my mother, and you don't grease the cookie sheet.
Okay.
Okay, that helps it to stick better.
Okay.
Now, a few of these are going to look like little Odie over here. I promise you. And it's just a quarter of a turn. Was that a quarter or maybe a little more? Oh, that's Odie again.
We got two Odies.
See, I went too far. I went too far. A quarter of a turn. Oh,
Perfect.
there.
Oh, there's our
That's the
little-
key. You don't want to turn it too much.
Not too much dough getting pushed out of there.
Oh, that was a little
It's a little
fatty.
close to Odie.
That's Oliver. Oh, that one's a little fatter too. So just a quarter. I'm not good with my quarters, am I? Okay. So that's it. It's just barely. So give her a try,
Okay.
Liz.
Okay, here we
Just
go.
a quarter.
reporter.
Oh,
That is not.
so and then you have to use your wrist to roll
Peel it.
Yeah, roll it.
Okay, that's
Not too bad.
It's a hybrid
Odie's
animal.
lost a little weight. Oh, stop! Don't go too far. Oh, that's a real good one. Yes, that's a real good one. We're gonna move Odie. We'll put him over there.
Oh yeah.
Did you get it?
Nope.
So hold her down. Quarter turn. Roll.
Okay.
Now you're cooking. Okay, and roll.
Oh
Oh
shoot.
shoot! Hold her down. Now roll.
Okay.
Okay, and you just go until you get the cookie sheet. Now these don't swell up ginormously, so you can get a lot on a cookie sheet. And my husband, actually Jeff, he loves them right out of the oven practically. They are very tender and delicate when they first come out, so you want to leave them set just a tad so that you can get them off of there. Okay, so let's turn this around so y'all can see. Here's the Odie lookalike. And this is his process while he was on his diet.
Yes.
He was eating lots of fruits and vegetables,
Yeah,
right?
very healthy.
Right? All right, so this is going to go into the oven at 400 degrees for about 6 to 9 minutes. So if you're doing the red poinsettias, the green Christmas trees, which are these, you can see that the edges will start to turn brown. You really don't want to get a brown cookie. You want to take them out sooner. So 6 minutes, maybe a tad longer, just so they're set. Okay, so we're going to pop those in the oven. I'll let you do that.
There we go.
And we'll be right back. All right, so our cookies are complete. Woo-doo.
Ta-da!
And it only took 6 minutes. And all I did to check that, because these are chocolate, you can't see the brown, is just to kind of lift slightly. And you can hear, did you hear how crispy it was? Yeah, so 6 minutes is all it took. I think back in the day, what I'm feeling like is the electric stoves cook better, hotter, quicker. And maybe those old recipes are gas stoves. Yeah, so go ahead and put those on the plate.
Okay. All of our pups.
All of our pups.
Three pups.
Okay, look at me while you do the last one. Okay.
All right.
All right. So we have a plate full of little dog cookies. Okay. And I'll take those up to my husband in just a little bit. But I want to talk to you just a little bit about Christmas gifts. You know, at my age, and my mother just turned 87 in August. And at her age, you've got all the stuff you need. In fact, I'm starting to get in the mode of getting rid of things that are of no use or of no value, you know. And what can you give somebody? So around here, and through my daughter and myself, we're starting to work on the gift of self. Okay? So it's not something you can go back out and buy at the department store already made necessarily. Now, you know, for younger people, like my daughter-in-law, she might be in that stage where you're getting. You know, there's seasons of life. So you want to get, you nest, you know, you raise your children, then you become more like my age and you start deciding of the things of value and you get rid of. So the gift of self can be as simple as a little tin that you buy at the store, the dollar store. These are great little $1, okay? A little tin. And they're really cute if you put some tissue paper in there, okay? But you then put your cookies in there, and you might put some fudge in there, and you might put some cookies in here, something you've made. And then if you really want to make it personal, you take and make a little gift card, or you put the actual recipe card in there. Yes, and then you can stop by and give your gift to somebody.
Perfect.
And even if it's just Hershey Kisses, let's say you're my mom, 87, and you're feeling like, I don't really want to go in the kitchen because I got the mess to clean up. Go buy a bag of whatever candy is their favorite. Surely by 87, you know what that is, right? Yeah. And you put that in there and a nice card, and maybe sneak it to them or just say, hey, would you come over for coffee or tea? Now my daughter, who's younger, she now, for the nephews and the nieces and nephews, is taking them somewhere. So she just took Jackson, our little open heart surgery baby, who's now 3 and a little rambunctious thing. She took him to the train, and he looked forward to that for a week. So look for things that you can do together, that you can go to a place that maybe you wanted to go. Maybe you go see a favorite movie, and you treat that person. You pick them up, you take them, you get them the popcorn. But it's called the gift of self. So give the gift of self, because you know we're all not going to be here forever. But those are the gifts that count. We hope you have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
God bless.